What's up, guys? J.R. Riemann back again, coming to you from MRB Classic Pro Shop. Today we're going to talk about one of the hardest topics to try to teach. One of those things that it's almost like unless you hear the right thing or think of the right thing, it's almost impossible to do it, because this game, bowling, is so much about visualizing and seeing things happen that it makes it very difficult. If we can't see those things and we can't visualize ourselves making it happen, then we're not able to do it. And today it's going to be about how to clear the thumb, how to release with the thumb, but keep your fingers in it longer. Because gaining rev rate is all about how fast your thumb comes out compared to your fingers and the quickness at the bottom of the swing. So the question always comes, how do I get my thumb out faster? Well, we're going to talk about that and see if we can't figure out a solution for you here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, guys. So we're going to talk a little bit about the release and how we can release with the thumb a little bit quicker. Because creating rev rate, creating that extra spin, is all about how fast your thumb gets out of the ball compared to your fingers. So your fingers have to stay in the ball, pinch longer than what your thumb does. So if we take a look, I'm going to lower this down for you a little bit so you can see release point. Lower down, zoom in, right about there. So if we take a look at ball roll, use a ball with some color. If I'm down here and all I do is just release with my fingers and thumb at the same time, watch the ball. Watch how it barely spins. See how it's barely rolling down the lane? It's just thump, 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 real slow. So the idea is to make sure our thumb gets out faster. So we're going to do a drill, which will be right at the foul line. You can even do this at home. If you find a material or something, or an old bowling ball that you don't care about getting beat up, you can do this right at home to practice this. But all we're going to do is we're going to go put the ball right on the foul line, right at the floor, on your knee, and we're going to slide the ball back and forth. And you're just going to catch it with your hand. You're going to get your thumb out and let your fingers release. So if I do it from this side so you can see, we're going to go this way, thumb out, fingers last, okay? Same thing, catch it with your hand, thumb out, fingers last. You want to keep your fingers in there as long as you possibly can, okay? So we're going to get that feeling. We're going to try to recreate that. We're going to go this way. So we're going to do the same thing. We're not going to cup the wrist. We're just going to go straight back and forth. All we're thinking about is getting our thumb out first, then the fingers, okay? Just like that. Now you can see how much faster that one's spinning, because now the pressure is all in your fingers as the ball comes through. Your thumb releases, the fingers roll through the ball, okay? So now the next step is to do it off the ground. After you do that a couple of dozen times to get used to it and figure out how to actually release the ball the way you want, you then stand up a little bit, take the ball off the ground, again with a flat wrist, okay? Almost sideways here. You're gonna catch it for yourself. So you're going to go here and just catch it with your thumb. So if I do it from the side like this, so you can see, I'm going to catch it with my left hand, thumb, fingers, okay? Same thing, thumb, fingers, right into my hand, okay? You can do it into your couch, you can do it into whatever you want, just don't break anything, okay? So now it's going to be the same thing down here, okay? Practice a couple times into your hand, and then do the same thing, flat wrist, thumb, and then fingers. Last thing that releases should be your fingers. You should feel your fingers in the ball the longest, all the way through. Okay, so you can watch it spin. Now to create more revolutions, there's the next step. The revolutions then come from a little bit of wrist strength, a little bit of forearm strength, to where we can then go from basically what they call it like a cupped release to an uncuffed release. And it's only doing that because all you're doing is just basically breaking your wrist down at the very last second because you're releasing the ball. So you're going to go from here and go from the side again. So you're going to go from here to where your fingers are under the ball. You can see the bend in my hand, okay? You're going to feel pressure in your forearm here, and then you're going to feel the pressure in your wrist because you're holding the entire weight of the bowling ball in your hand, okay? So then you're going to go and you're going to release with your thumb into your fingers, off your fingers, into your hand. You're going to do that a few times. Cupped release, and you're just going to let it roll off your fingers just like that, okay? Now we're going to do it full speed. Do it a few times into your hand so you can feel it, okay? So you can get that thumb out first and then release into your fingers. And your fingers come out last. So now we're going to do the same thing right here. Cupped to uncupped. It's going to be boom. It's going to be right down. Boom. Okay? Straight through it. Just roll the ball. Okay, so you can see how much faster that's spinning. Okay. So what we want to talk about, what we want to figure out, is we want to build up some wrist strength, a little bit of forearm strength. That's why you see guys like Ryan Simonelli who have a huge forearm from one hand to the other, because they use that strength to create the power and revolutions that they want. So what you want to think about is you want to be able to not see your fingers on the top of the ball. You shouldn't be able to see all of this bowling ball here. So you want your fingers to be up underneath it when you do this. Straight up here. Think about dragging your fingers on the approach when you're releasing the ball. So you're going to do it this way. So then to really get rev rate, do it fast. Release really fast with your wrist. And that's where you get rev rate from. So this is just a real quick version, some of the drills you can do to try to help learn to release the ball with your thumb faster. Be able to get it off your thumb faster so that way you can create the rev rate that you want. Because if you're knuckling it and you're squeezing and then just releasing at the same time, your ball is never going to be able to spin. It's like when you have that football in your hand and you're spinning it off your hand. It's that same thing. It rolls off of your fingers. It's not anything to do with your thumb. It rolls off of your fingers. So you got to get it off your thumb faster. So focus at the foul line of rotating that ball, letting the thumb come letting the ball come off of your thumb and into your hand with your fingers so that way you can catch it. You can do that at home. You could literally stand here just like this, throwing it into your hand the entire time, just getting that feeling of your thumb coming out first, your fingers last, keeping your fingers below the ball, almost dragging them on the ground as long as possible. So I hope this helps, just to try to give you a little bit different terminology, get you to see it, maybe visualize it just a little bit different, so that way when you go practice, this may help you to get a little bit better with this. So that's all I got for you. I hope it helps. Let me know if it does. If it doesn't, we can try to work on it with virtual lessons. Head over to patreon.com/lifestractioncontrol. Sign up over there. We'll get you taken care of there. Otherwise, come over to Classic Lanes and come see me here. If you're in the area, we'll do some one-on-one lessons, and I will guarantee we can get this fixed and a little bit better for you, and better each time we work on it. So until next time, guys, take care, and we will see you guys later. Thanks.